Italian cooking.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I like Olive Garden.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to A Conversation with Colin. I'm Greg, and this is my roommate, Colin. Now, Colin says some crazy stuff every now and again, so every Tuesday and Thursday, I reach into my topic pile, pick one, toss it at Colin, we talk it out. If you like that idea for a show, make sure you like this episode, share it with your friends, then subscribe to us on YouTube. Colin, are you ready?
Yes.
Today's topic of conversation is spaghetti sauce.
Oh.
Now, you got the half Italian in you.
Mm-hmm.
How's that treating you?
It's good. It's real good. My mom's Italian.
Okay. And so you grew up making spaghetti sauce here?
Well, no, I didn't grow up making
That was your first job, wasn't it?
Was
Making your mom's spaghetti sauce?
Yeah, it was my very first job. No, I grew up, even though I have an Irish name, and I'm, I guess, predominantly Irish. My dad's Irish. My mom is Italian, and we grew up with my mom's family on Long Island, so I grew up as an Italian, basically.
Okay. To you, then, what's the key to a great spaghetti sauce?
Time.
Oh, I like that. Explain.
Yeah. I think... we have our own recipe in my family. It's very secret. And I actually was tweeting about it not too long ago as I was making it. I was showing people pictures and kind of explaining a little bit. And I actually got a not so sarcastic tweet back or text message from my brother-in-law who was saying my mom was looking at it and they're not pleased that I'm giving away too many of the secrets of the sauce.
Okay.
But I think, first of all, I think jarred sauce is an abomination.
Jarred sauce?
Yeah, it's an
What the hell's that?
Jarred sauce.
Oh, jarred. I thought it was one of those words with like a G-I-A.
No.
You mean like a jar of pasta sauce,
like a
Prego.
jar of pasta sauce. Terrible.
Why? That's what I eat.
Terrible.
That's what I grew up on.
No, you don't want to eat that.
I don't. I got to.
You don't have to. I made you sauce, and you could taste the difference.
It was delicious.
But time is everything with the sauce. Once you get it going, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of you're toiling away in the kitchen. You're getting the meat together. You're braising the sausage. You're cutting up the garlic. You're doing all this shit. But then you just let it sit. 6, 7, 8 hours. Stir it every 20 minutes. Let it reduce real nicely. It takes time. And time is the essence of good sauce.
So now, why are you hiding this from everybody? Why won't your family share their secret? If I'm not supposed to eat jar sauce, white bread, middle America kid, how am I supposed to know what to go eat? Do I have to go download a Rachel Ray recipe or something?
I'm sure those recipes are great. The recipe that we make is bolognese. We are Sicilian, which would indicate that we would actually use more rustic ingredients, like vegetables and stuff like that, but this is not a Sicilian recipe. And the bolognese requires a bit of know-how in terms of, at least in terms of ours, of the little things you do to make it taste the way it does. And every family has its own secrets, and I don't think that, I know plenty of Italian people.
Yeah, but mine are like, my dad killed a baby duck once. I don't go around bragging about it.
Okay, well, I'm not bragging about the secret, I'm just saying it's a secret, and every Italian family that I've ever known, and I grew up in a very Italian area, has their own secrets. And you readily eat the sauce, and maybe you can kind of taste that this guy puts a little bit of sugar in his sauce, this guy likes to put vegetables in his sauce, but you don't really know why, how he's getting from point A to point B, and that's kind of the fun of it. When my mom taught me how to make the sauce and finally kind of bestowed upon me the knowledge, she asked me to keep it to myself, and I did.
Well, then you started tweeting about it.
Yeah, and then I gave away some of the secrets, but like 10% of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then, tell me this then, as an Italian. What was your family's response when Olive Garden came in and kind of just nailed it? Just showed everybody what Italian cooking.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I like Olive Garden.
Oh,
I think Olive Garden's pretty good, but I don't eat it because I'm like I want to have Sunday dinner with my family. I eat it because I'm like, oh, this chicken, whatever the hell this is pretty good over angel hair pasta, and I like it a lot. But when I think very fondly back about my childhood. My grandparents are dead now. But when they were alive and well, we would go to my grandma's every Sunday. My mom or my grandma or whoever would make gravy, which is the sauce I make. We call it gravy.
Does that get confusing when you make mashed potatoes? And
yeah, gravy? It does. It does.
So, pasta sauce on the potatoes.
It's one of those words like in the tri-state area, where I'm from, where the word hero, for instance. The word hero to a lot of people is G-Y-R-O, right? But hero to us is H-E-R-O, and it's a sandwich that you get.
That's
get
what I would think too.
A meatball hero.
Submarine
hero. Exactly.
Like that, yeah.
And so that's just another word. Like you hear the word gravy used for sauce a lot, and that's just a word. I don't know where the hell that came from.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think very fondly about it. We Italians know how to eat. We eat really well, and I'm really proud of the sauce I make. I think it's really, really good. It comes out consistently, which is the most important thing as well. But it's because of the time and that you put into it, the energy, the essence of my grandparents and our lineage in Italy are all those important things. And maybe one day I'll bestow upon you some of the secrets. If you pay attention to me cooking it, you'll figure it out for yourself.
Not too much work for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can barely put together a plate of wings in there. I don't want to go in there, be cooking for 6 hours.
Fair enough, to each his own. But I'm glad you enjoyed the sauce.
It was delicious.
You see, I'll give you one of the secrets.
All right.
And this is a very common thing. You form the meatballs. I'm not gonna tell you what I put in my meatballs.
Okay.
But I say you form the meatballs. You take about a couple packages of sausages, 5 or 10 sausages. If you have a big enough pan to accommodate them, you braise them. You braise them.
What does braise mean?
You braise in a pan. You just are browning them. You're turning them. You're browning them. You're getting all the.
Couldn't eat them yet.
And no, you couldn't eat them yet.
Yeah.
But the key is to do that in the same pot that you are going to make the sauce in.
Okay.
And then
so
once
big old pot.
Yeah, big pot. And you braise them on the bottom, and then you remove the meat. Then you put the sauce in, and you work your magic with the sauce. Once the sauce starts to boil, you then reintroduce the meat into the sauce, and you let the meat cook in the sauce. Very slowly on the lowest heat you can possibly imagine for as long as you can possibly tolerate it. And the grease from the meat and all that stuff just makes it's like a fucking $1 million, I'll tell you what.
Well, Colin, I think that about wraps up this conversation. Thank you for your time. If you enjoyed this, make sure you like this video, you share it with your friends. You can follow us on Twitter. Maybe Colin will give away some more secrets. And make sure you subscribe to this one here, youtube.com/GameOverGreggy. Until then, we'll be back next Tuesday and next Thursday with new topics. I hope you have a conversational day.